Hello, can I help you? What? I mean, you're the one that just stumbled in here to the offices of the Alyosha Society. Oh, I know why you've come to the Alyosha Society. You're trying to figure out who the authors are in the newsletter. Did you take your best guess? All right, honor system here. Okay, fine. I got a few minutes. I'll tell you who they are. On the left, of course, that is Franz Kafka. Yeah, born 1883. He died in 1924. Complications from tuberculosis. So he died at a very young age, but wrote these surreal, elusive, kind of enigmatic, hard to understand, but insanely interesting stories. And we've been reading Franz Kafka this summer. You know, he's most famous for the Metamorphosis. You know, Gregor goes to bed and wakes up and he's a giant bug. I hate when that happens. Okay, the other one. Who's the gentleman on the right? If you guessed Ernest Hemingway, then you'd be wrong. It's not Ernest Hemingway. No, we haven't read any Hemingway, have we? We have read John Steinbeck, though, and that's who the gentleman on the right is. John Steinbeck, he's born in 1902, died a year before I was born. He died in 1968, famous for writing about the Salinas Valley out in California. You know, he wrote, I think his most famous work is probably either Of Mice and Men or the one that we read in the spring, East of Eden. We also read The Pearl, but you know, Cannery Row, he has a lot of big hits. So Kafka on the left, Steinbeck on the right. Now, don't forget, go to the comments section of the video here and let me know if you got it right. Now, if you want to be uber bold, that means like seriously, really bold, then tell me, even if you got it wrong, just tell me who you guessed. It's no big deal. I'd love to hear it. As long as you're here, before you leave, I mean, maybe we have time for a cup of coffee, but while you're here, I might as well just tell you what's going on in the Alyosha Society. So right now, we're finishing up our summer study with Franz Kafka and Nikolai Gogol. I know we're alternating back and forth, reading the short stories of those two gentlemen. And I gotta, you know, if you probably already know this, but if you don't know what's coming up in the fall, big news, guys. That's right. C.S. Lewis's The Space Trilogy. Some folks call it, you know, the Space Trilogy. I'm told we're going to have to call it the Ransom Trilogy, more accurate. Out of the Silent Planet, Paralandra, and the third book in that trilogy, That Hideous String. So we're basically going to spend the entire fall, maybe even into the early winter, reading and discussing. We meet every Tuesday or Thursday night. You choose which one you'd like to do. And that is our adult book club. Well, hey, I am glad that you stumbled in here to the Alyosha Society. I tell you what, you know, I got an open door. Come back anytime.